From the very first moment in time when man looked out into the universe, our galaxy has been dominated by the moon, the Earth's great natural satellite. This obsession led to the early primitive explorations in the mid-20th century and finally culminated in the lunar base of today, an advanced, complex instrument, self-supporting in all aspects. The command center, Moonbase Alpha, is a well-established, colonized space station, regularly monitored and smoothly functioning. Its very existence made possible by a specially developed support system fed by nuclear waste from Earth. From this stepping stone in space, the frontiers of the universe can be extended, and the eternal search for other forms of life made possible. Even now, signals from the planet Meta are being received, signals that could be from intelligent beings. The mission, a manned probe. The ship stands ready, and the crew complete their training. The year is 2100.
Countdown normal.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman, but the council meeting overran. No visuals?
Sound only.
I'm surprised.
You shouldn't be. Our facilities here are already overworked. The satellite channels are programmed for the actual operation, not this exercise, just like the others. The Metaprobe training run is on the dark side of the moon.
They're passing navigation beacon Delta.
Yes. The Metaprobe training run use it as a landmark.
Have you reached a decision?
Yes, finally. Koenig. He'll take over as commander of Moonbase Alpha with unlimited powers.
Does he know yet?
He's already on his way.
And Simmons?
I've appointed him chief of liaison.
Also with full power, I trust?
With all the authority he needs.
Over Koenig?
With Koenig. They are on the same side.
The Metaprobe just cannot be allowed to fail.
A conclusion both unanimous and obvious. There's trouble.
What's happening?
It's out of control.
Contact Moonbase.
It's too late. It's too late. They've crashed.
And the crew? What about the Metaprobe astronauts?
Professor Bergman, it's Jim Nordstrom. We've just passed through the laser barrier, and we should be ready to start Dr. Russell's manual check on the radiation seals in a couple of minutes.
All right, Nordstrom. We're watching you closely.
Eagle 1-4 from Area 2 Monitoring Depot. This is Dr. Russell.
Yes, Doctor?
When will you finish unloading?
Well, the last few canisters are going in now. I should think in about 10 minutes.
Steiner, as soon as the ship lifts off, please begin a manual check on that radiation seal.
Yes, Doctor.
You're really making a thorough check.
Yes, I am.
So far, their brain activity is normal.
So far.
Moonbase Alpha from Eagle 2. We'll be arriving on schedule.
Eagle 2 from Moonbase Alpha. We copy.
Commander Koenig, we'll be landing at Moonbase Alpha 23:35 lunar time.
Coffee, Commander.
Thank you.
I've got Commissioner Simmons on a video call from Earth, Commander.
I'll take it.
Ah, John. Well, you're signed, sealed, and approved. The Space Commission's just ratified your appointment as commander of Moonbase Alpha.
What about Commander Gorski?
Oh, I relieved him of his command an hour ago. He's not your problem, John. Now, your job is to put man on Meta.
Any new information?
How do you like this? The first close-up shot of the planet Meta, taken from the unmanned Spacefarer 9, just in.
An atmosphere.
Well, not only that, we're receiving signals, loud and clear, relayed from the same probe. There's no doubt about it. Planet Meta could be supporting life, as we know it. John, probe astronaut virus infection mustn't be allowed to stop us. We must make a manned landing on Meta. Nothing will stop us. Nothing. Good luck.
We're getting great pictures, Commander, of the Metaprobe launch platform. I'll put them up for you. There's the probe ship docking now.
Looks good. But I'd like to see it on its way to Meta.
That's the log, Professor. It all checks out.
There's definitely no radiation leakage. We're coming in now.
Good, Steiner. Thank you.
It's an increase in brain activity. Steiner, get Nordstrom out of there. I think he's in trouble.
Security. Get out there and bring Nordstrom in.
Yes, sir.
Intensive care unit, please stand by. We have a casualty.
Get out of here!
Decontamination area. Come on.
Professor! He's gone berserk! I can't hold him! Let go, Nordstrom!
Well, John.
Victor, still here?
Yes, I got caught. Things are far more serious than I suspect you've been told.
What do you mean?
People are dying up here, John.
The virus infection?
The virus infection.
Commander Koenig.
Commander Gorski?
I think we both know the situation. I imagine you'd want to be left alone to settle in. You've no doubt had a tedious journey.
Thank you.
If you want to talk things over before I leave, I shall be in my quarters. Good luck.
Well, I think he's taking it very well, considering the abruptness of his suspension.
Oh, I'm sure he'll survive.
Oh, I'm sure he will. He's always been very flexible.
Commander!
Benjamin.
Happy to see you.
Good to see you.
Commander, Michael, how are you? Hello, sir. How are you?
All right.
Tanya Alexandria.
Hello, Tanya.
Welcome back, Commander.
Oh, it's good to see you. All right. No virus. And what is it?
John, I just don't know. It looks very much like radiation, but...
But what?
There is no radiation.
Victor, you know me well enough to know I'm not going to ignore the fact that people are dying up here.
Oh.
But the space flight of the century must not be allowed to slip through our fingers.
No, of course, I understand.
That planet is passing just close enough to make a landing. There's no margin for error.
Yes, but the problem here may affect the metaprobe. Dr. Russell has some interesting ideas.
Well, Simmons has told me all about Dr. Russell, and
Well, he couldn't have told you all that much. Commander Gorski used to let her report any of her findings.
Oh.
Look, why don't you talk to her?
Yes?
Dr. Russell? John Koenig. Donalmeyer. 8. As used by Louis Pasteur and Madame Curie, right?
It's a replica. A college prize.
Doctor, when will our metaprobe recover from this virus?
It's not a virus. What they have is an unusual form of brain damage. Their condition is critical.
So they're not going to recover. What about the backup crew? Are they medically clear to fly this mission?
I can say they're as fit as astronauts Warren and Sparkman were before they were affected.
What's that supposed to mean?
Commander, I saw the 9th man die this morning. One moment he was fine. The next he lost all control. Here. This is a thermographic plate. A malignancy erupts. There's immediate disorientation. It's classic in radiation attacks.
Doctor, you've had 11 cases so far.
9 deaths.
Yes, but all of those who died were workers at Nuclear Disposal Area 2. It's inconsistent. The 2 Metaprobe astronauts never went near that site.
I know. And there are more inconsistencies. No radiation leakage has ever been recorded there. But what is consistent is that the probe astronauts and the backup crews have lived the same lives, been through the same training program.
Are you saying the Metaprobe should not be launched?
What I am saying is that the backup crew appears to be medically fit. But as a doctor, because of the unknown factors, I can't guarantee that they won't be affected 3 days or 3 months out into deep space.
And you're saying medically the risk is unacceptable?
The risk is great. The decision, of course, is yours.
Doctor, I'd like to see the men. John Koenig.
Oh, that's fine, Jan. How soon can you do it?
In about a week.
Carter? Commander, nice to see you.
Good to see you. Well, is she ready to go?
Yeah, we can start the countdown as soon as you give the word.
Every hour's delay only reduces our chance of success. How long to get the backup crew ready? Oh, 7 days. Backup crew? What do you mean? How long will it take? Well, we can't do it. Calculations, coordinates. Hey, come on, Commander, you got a problem that you're not telling me about.
Captain, I'm here to get the metaprobe launched. All I want to know is crew accepted, you're ready to go.
Yeah, we're ready to go.
John. Well, how are you? Settling in up there, I hope? I just wanted your first impressions of the situation.
There was another death this morning at the nuclear disposal area. Dr. Russell talks about a kind of brain damage caused by what she thinks is radiation.
Yes, I've heard all about her theory from Gorski. No, she's a very competent doctor, John, in certain fields of space medicine, but she's wrong about dead wrong. So I'm going to send you up a team of top medical people to probe into this problem.
Hold it. Not that settled in. Before we do anything, I'd like to make sure there's no radiation leak at that disposal area.
Look here, those 2 Metaprobe astronauts didn't go anywhere near that area.
Simmons, 9 men have died. I want to find out why. Tell you what you can do. Stop sending up any more atomic waste until...
Now, you know I can't possibly do that. Atomic waste disposal is one of the biggest problems of our time.
Simmons, you assigned me up here to clear up this mess. That's what I'm trying to do now. All right, Commissioner. Let's trade off. You stop sending up the waste, I'll get your metaprobe launched. Deal?
Well, a temporary delay. That's the best I can do. If that's what you need.
That's what I need. Simmons, why did you lie to me?
You mean those men are no better?
No. They're no better. They're not going to get any better, and you know it.
All right, just a minute, John. We have to hold that story in. We have to. The International Lunar Finance Committee meeting on the 15th to discuss the meta signals and, in particular, our probe. Now, if one word, one hint of failure leaks out, they'll immediately abandon their support for our whole project. So just remember that.
Paul?
Commander?
I'm going to recheck that nuclear disposal area myself.
Yes, sir.
I'll need 2 volunteers.
Very good, Commander.
Collins, you want to go to Area 2?
Well, that's where we are going, Commander. We just use Area 1 as a turning point. Navigation Beacon Delta. It's a landmark.
Some landmark.
Collins?
Let's move in closer and take a good look.
Yes, sir.
There's no radiation, John. I checked it out. Counts normal.
That was the first nuclear waste area up here. Has it been used since I left?
No, they've moved on to Area 2. This one hasn't been used for 5 years.
In those days, we had no centigrade radiation covers. How's it holding up?
All right, according to reports. It's constantly monitored.
All right, Collins, thank you. Let's move on to Area 2.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go.
Point 1 check complete. Radiation normal. No leakage. We're going on to point 48.
Fine, Jackson. Well, it seems all right.
So far.
Commander, point 48 check complete. Radiation normal. No leakage. That's it, sir. All okay out here.
All right, Jackson. Thanks. Now get out of there as fast as you can.
That seems to prove the radiation count here is within safe limits.
So much for Dr. Russell's theory. Whatever affected the 2 probe astronauts and killed the other 9 men was not radiation.
Seems not.
Damn it.
Commander, I've got to get out of here.
All right, Collins, we'll leave you right now.
Now! 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 Move aside, Commander. I'm getting out of here!
Don't do that, Collins! It'll kill us all! I want a breakdown of all recorded information on the training flights of the probe astronauts. I'd like it checked against the Eagle shuttle flights flown by Collins. Search for any correlation between them, any whatsoever.
Immediately, Commander.
Dr. Russell?
Commander, Dr. Matthias here.
What's the latest report on the condition of the Metaprobe astronauts?
Frank Warren died at 1328.
And Eric Sparkman?
Dr. Russell is with him now.
Computer, please verify that last report.
Stage 5 mutation complete. All brain activity stopped. Cell life sustained by artificial life support systems only. Conclusion, astronaut Eric Sparkman, deceased.
Died. Eric. Frank. Of what? I mean, I was told...
You were told lies. They died of an illness no one can understand. Earth Command wanted you to think it was a temporary setback.
But the Metaprobe...
Forget the probe, Carter. Before we do anything more, I'm going to find out why those two men died.
There's no doubt about it. Planet Meta could be supporting life as we know it.
Yes, but the problem here may affect the Metaprobe.
We must make a manned landing on Meta. Nothing must stop us. Nothing.
I can't guarantee that they won't be affected 3 days or 3 months out into deep space.
Now, your job is to put man on Meta.
The giant leap for mankind. It's beginning to look like a stumble in the dark.
This is a replay of the flight recorder from the Eagle, flown by Eric and Frank on their last training run. The flight was recording perfectly, and suddenly everything went blank for 2 minutes, just like that. Then just as suddenly it all started again, perfectly.
Where did the blankout occur?
Navigation beacon Delta on the far side.
Waste disposed on Area 1. Paul, check out all the figures on Area 1 for the past 10 days.
Sandra, check 10 on Area 1, please, and bring it in.
Yes, Paul.
Shuttle pilot Collins took us over Area 1 on his way to Area 2. Does he always fly that route?
4 or 6 times a week.
It's a turning point, right?
It's one of the few constructions on the dark side. It's a clear landmark for going to Area 2.
And the probe astronauts?
Well, they do their training flights over on the dark side, away from Alpha traffic.
But they fly over there regularly.
But there is a minimum altitude regulation.
And that's where the flight recorder blanked out, on their last training flight.
I had Collins fly low over that area this morning to get a good close look.
Paul, Commander, there is a steep rise in heat levels in disposal area 1. This is impossible.
All indications show that the radiation level is normal, but the heat continues to rise.
Victor, I think we've got a connection, a correlation.
Right, I'll be with you.
Bring in Area 1 on video.
It is incredible heat, but still no radiation.
It's incomprehensible. Heat without atomic activity.
Yeah. Let's have a look at that.
Burnout. Camera gone.
Second camera, please.
visual contact lost.
Paul, I want an eagle on the pad for immediate liftoff. We've got to see what's going on out there. Approaching Area 1. Check data systems running.
Data systems functioning.
It's getting more active. I'm increasing altitude. Still getting data?
The magnetic field's expanding. We can't measure it. Get him away from there quickly.
Hang on, Commander. We're going to try and blast you out there.
Switch to onboard backup systems, Commander. We're losing you.
All systems out.
Rescue ship moving.
I'm at 4-9. Altitude is 5. Switching out of rescue location beams now. Impact 10 seconds.
We'll put those figures through the computer bank.
Nothing from Koenig?
Routine reports only. Simmons is in constant touch, and if the need arises, he'll go to Moonbase Alpha himself.
Virus infection. These reports from Dr. Russell make no sense.
No, possibly not. But they have more up-to-date information than us. We can't risk the meta-probe.
Well, why not, Mr. Chairman? The probe is a risk in itself.
Yes, of course it is. But we're in no position here to reach a decision either way. That's why Koenig was appointed in the first place. I have complete faith in his capabilities.
I wish I shared your confidence. All right, I retract that statement. But in my opinion, Koenig should order the launching of the probe immediately with a backup crew, whatever the consequences. A calculated risk, if you like. The virus trouble on Moonbase Alpha should not even be allowed into the considerations. Launch the probe. It's the only decision that should be taken.
The correct decision will be taken. And taken by Commander Koenig.
Well?
Shock. Minor physical shock. We can't find anything else so far.
That's it, Commander. Well, I told you there was nothing wrong with me. I walked away from there. There was no damage.
Commander. That is not the kind of damage I'm looking for. You knew that that area was suspect. You knew that it had already affected the 2 probe astronauts and the Eagle shuttle pilot in some way. And yet you went right out there yourself. We're looking for answers, Commander. Not heroes.
I didn't know you cared.
Look at this. It's a monitoring device from the old Area 1. It was used to record the magnetic output from the artificial gravity system there. When the closed down, it had nothing to record for 5 years, but now look at it.
20-fold increase in the magnetic field.
And that's before it burnt out. We've been obsessed with radiation. Wrong. This instrument's given me a lead. I think we're facing a new effect, arising from the atomic waste deposited here over the years. Magnetic energy outputs of unprecedented violence.
Magnetic energy responsible for the flare-up at Area 1.
Magnetic energy causing brain damage?
Something we didn't even think to check for, but I believe it was a sudden surge in magnetic field that wrecked your flight navigation system and blanked out the astronaut's flight recorder.
The probe astronauts flew over there daily, as did Collins and the shuttle.
And we've all been exposed to it. We've all been to Area 2, and to get there, we turn over Area 1. Well, it could be a cumulative effect that hasn't as yet...
There's an even bigger problem I see looming up. Area 1 burnt itself out in a magnetic subsurface firestorm. What worries me now is that the same thing could happen in Area 2.
How much time do we have?
We need solid data on magnetic levels.
I won't be responsible for any more men out on the surface in these conditions.
Neither will I. We equip an Eagle to monitor magnetic levels and do it by remote control.
Straight ahead. Easy. Straight as you go. Good. That's good, Paul. Hold that, Paul.
Sandra, readings.
Radiation count normal, magnetic field 0.
Okay, Paul, set her down. All right, Commander.
Easy does it.
Blast her out of there, Paul.
Surge. A magnetic surge.
Paul, contact Commissioner Simmons immediately. Pass emergency code Alpha 1.
Yes, sir.
You're right, Doctor. It was radiation. Magnetic radiation. Now we're sitting on the biggest bomb man's ever made.
Commissioner? Commander? My office tried to query you about your emergency code, Alpha 1. You didn't seem to be available.
I am now.
Commissioner, the heat is starting to rise on the interior of Area 2 as well. Now, it contains 140 times the amount of waste in Area 1. With quantities like that, there could be a chain reaction.
What are the chances it could burn itself out, like Area 1?
Simmons, you don't seem to understand. We're sitting on top of it. There is no chance.
Well, what's to be done?
Break the pile apart, rip up the rods, destroy the mass. If we could disperse the mass over a wider area.
All right. Come on, let's do it.
We do have limited time.
Koenig?
Yes, Paul?
Conversion on the first 6 Eagles completed, Commander. They're moving into the area now.
All right, Paul, I'll be right with you. All right, Paul, let's see it.
Yes, sir.
Central computer updated with everything possible, constantly.
Number 26, dispersed to grid C9.
Repeat, dispersed to grid C9. Grid C is on our board. Sending over to T10. Transmission Jeeper here. 36,
Well, we've had navigational failures on 2 of the ships. They returned to base for replacements.
The magnetic field must be expanding.
To increase altitude.
Right. Main mission to all Eagles, increase altitude by 10.
Do you have an extra ship?
No, sir, they're all committed.
Well, take the commissioner's Eagle into orbit. Report on how things look from up there.
Right.
Readings?
Heat level holding, magnetic field fluctuating.
That's Fort Myers-Moore.
I think we should go up another 100, Commander.
Eagle 1 to Alpha.
Go ahead, 1.
Liftoff complete. Trajectory computed and programmed. I will be in orbit in 4 minutes.
All levels are holding steady. You think we have it under control, John?
Too early to tell.
Well, I must say it does look pretty promising to me. Well done. Now, I have to issue a communique sooner or later. Well, it'll give us more time to consider our next move. You see, John...
I see men risking their lives to avert disaster, total disaster. Now, wake up, Commissioner. If this goes wrong, there won't be anybody to issue a communique. There will be no survivors.
Commander, it's going up!
Abort the mission. Main mission to all Eagles. Return to base immediately. Repeat, return to base immediately.
Do you copy? Alpha, I'm not receiving you. Now, maybe you're receiving me. The moon is going out of the Earth's orbit. That explosion. It has pushed us out of the Earth's orbit. Alpha, can you hear me? Alpha, are you okay? Alpha, do you copy? I'm not receiving you. Alpha, what's happening to you down there? We've lost contact. Can you hear me, Alpha? Alpha, I'm open on all channels. Now, if you're all right, send out a radio red, anything. Alpha! We are moving away from Earth. Alpha, do you copy? Alpha!
Carter, can you hear me?
Commander, thank God you're okay. What's happening down there?
We've got tremendous G-forces. We can hardly move. Wait a minute. We seem to be decelerating.
We're down to 3G. We're compensating. I see the whole disposal area has been acting like a gigantic rocket motor, pushing us out of orbit. But if it's stopped fissioning, then we shan't be accelerating anymore. Carter might have a chance.
Carter, do you read me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Can you make it back to the base?
Yeah. I can make it. I'm closing now. I can make it.
Good, Captain. Check out the base. This is main mission. All sections report.
Security section. We have audio contact. Video systems gone.
Service section. Lost all power. Operating on emergency systems.
Medical section, Paul. Explosive decompression in 2 compartments. Areas sealed off. No leaks. Sufficiently operational to accept casualties.
Gloria, help Lou, please.
I'm getting a long-range video picture from the Mars satellite.
Can we make it back to Earth?
Uma, consult the master computer. I want a readout on contingency plan Exodus.
Yes, sir.
Punch it up on the big screen, Paul. It affects all of us here, all of us.
Emergency Operation Exodus. Indefinite factors. 1. Moon on unknown trajectory. 2. Constantly changing G-forces due to Moon's movement away from Earth. 3. Insufficient data to compute flight plan. All factors in memory bank relating to Operation Exodus inapplicable. Insufficient data available under prevailing circumstances. Human decision required.
Attention all sections Alpha.
This is Commander John Koenig.
As you know, our moon has been blasted out of orbit. We have been completely cut off from planet Earth. As we are, we have power, environment, and therefore the possibility of survival. If we should try to improvise a return to Earth without full resources, it is my belief that we would fail. Therefore, in my judgment, we do not try.
The totally unforeseen accident on the lunar surface has caused very serious repercussions here on Earth. The gravity disruption, the earthquakes in the United States along the San Andreas Fault and in Yugoslavia, as well as southern France, has caused enormous damage to life and property. The International Lunar Commission is in executive conference at this moment, deciding what steps might be taken to rescue the 311 men and women on Moon Base Alpha. Little hope is held, however, that there are any survivors. For a short time, it was thought a rescue might have been attempted from the space dock until that, too, was hurled out of orbit. It has now been established that the moon's acceleration away from Earth has put it beyond the reach of any Earth.
All scan all frequencies for any signal from Earth, anything.
Gentlemen, as you are by now aware, all contact with Moon Base Alpha has been lost. During their last sporadic and very distorted transmission, we were informed that Commissioner Simmons had died. As far as we can gather, the internal injuries he sustained when the moon went out of orbit were far more severe than at first suspected. There were many other casualties, but in view of the inferior radio reception and the possibility of error, I've decided that no list will be made available for publication.
Is there no chance of a rescue mission?
Absolutely none.
Now, Mr. Chairman,
the speed of the moon away from the Earth far exceeds the capabilities of any present-day spacecraft.
Rescue from Moon Base Alpha was never even a possibility.
Emergency Operation Exodus stood no chance. And now we have to think of ourselves. It's as simple as that.
All our present resources are urgently required here, on Earth.
I thought the Earth's change of axis had settled, was now stable.
It is, but states of emergency still exist, and will continue to do so. The rising sea levels are changing the coastlines as the polar caps melt. The new tide patterns have to be established, and the aftermath of the earthquakes alone will demand every man and woman, all services, including ours. Although Moon Base Alpha is officially lost, I personally shall try to believe that survival is possible and that the men and women will continue to live for years to come. It would be in its way the greatest probe into space that man has ever known. Moon Base Alpha, facing whatever confronts them in the universe, surmounting all difficulties and meeting the dangers that could lie ahead.
Hold that. It's metal. Maybe that's where our future lies. Maybe there.
Where did they come from?
There was no indication on the long-range scanner.
Still no reply from the planet?
Nothing at all.
Keep trying.
This is Moonbase Alpha calling on all frequencies.
They're Hawks. They're Mark 9 Hawks. Certainly looks that way, yeah.
They're war machines. And that's enough for me.
Get going, Alan.
Red alert. This is Moonbase Alpha calling on all frequencies. We are people from the planet Earth. Please acknowledge.
This is Moonbase Alpha. We are people from the planet Earth. Please acknowledge.
Attention all sections Alpha. Alien ships are approaching the base. Their intentions are not known.
Eagle Flight 1 will intercept. Flight 2, move to backup position. Relief crews to launch pad area. Stand by. Rescue and casualty Eagles manned and ready.
Main motors.
Priority 1 to technical section and launch pad areas. Priority 2 to medical center and stand by to receive casualties. Activate meteorite defense screens.
And seal primary bulkhead doors. There's still no reply, Commander.
Alien ships approaching at V14.2.
It's nearly twice the speed of our Eagles. Get on their tails, Alan.
They have just 30 seconds, Commander. Seconds.
We're locked onto them, Commander.
15 seconds.
It's an attack, John. Still no signal?
Nothing.
10 seconds.
We can't hold them, Commander.
Alpha's wide open.
5 seconds.
Fire!
Good on you, Alan.
It's too easy.
Commander, a new contact.
Position.
Orbital reference 348.
Flight 2. On the lift now, Commander. Flight 2, cut all checks. Lift off.
We've got ourselves a war.
pad 4. Explosive decompression in the end section. Area sealed off.
I want damage reports on launch pads and maintenance section. Minimum countdown. I want to know exactly how long it'll take to get the last laser-equipped Eagle off this rock. Helena, give me a casualty report.
Apart from the Eagle crews, we've lost all technicians on launch pad 4. We have 11 other casualties. 2 men unaccounted for. It's bad, John.
We're at war. Position?
Eagles at reference 326, Hawks at 319, and closer.
Interception.
Laser range in 2 minutes 5.
Alan, they're heading towards you at 319, within range in 2 minutes. We'll try to send you all the help we can, but right now, you're all that stands between us and them. We're relying on you, Alan.
We'll take care of you.
Good luck.
Leader to Flight 1. Select your opposite number. If any of them get through, we won't have a home to go to. All right, here we go. Let's hope they take us for a dead one.
I lost contact with Adam.
The last G-Dome. Is it ready for launch?
The lift's still jammed.
Evacuate all non-essential surface areas. Secondary bulkheads will be secured in 30 seconds. Paul, Sandra, Kano, you stay with me. The rest of you get below. You too, Victor. Yes, I know.
Stop. It's over. Paul, Carlo, stay here. Help out.
Commander.
Well, they're going by the book. First, they eliminate the fighter defenses. Then they send in the bombers. There's nothing we can do. Nothing.
Alpha's got one laser-equipped Eagle left. If they can get it launched. Somehow. Some way, Pete, this one's down to us. Head up the target display. Give us all the power we've got, Pete. Laser at maximum rate.
Sonda, take computer.
Alpha to Eagle 1. Alpha to Eagle 1. Do you copy?
Yes, Alpha. We copy.
Alan, that was terrific.
It was the big one. I reckon they meant it for Alpha.
Damn sure they did. Didn't know you were still alive.
We were just playing dead. How are all of you, anyway?
Pretty bad. You?
Well, we're down to auxiliary power. I reckon we can make it back to Alpha. What do you think they've got next?
We're relying on you to tell us, Alan. Out. Victor, how are things down there?
Well, we're all right. What on earth was that?
Their doomsday weapon. It was intended for Alpha, but Alan got in its way.
Alan, is he?
No, he's all right. But we've got a lot of casualties, Victor. It's one hell of a mess up here. Sonda's at the computer now. She'll give you a safe route back to main mission.
Travel tube to door 9. Corridor 9 is safe, and from there you can enter through the commander's office.
All right, Helena, let's have the bad news.
128 dead. Mostly there's no trace of them. Sucked out into space. Explosive decompression.
Survivors?
Those that made it below are pretty much all right. Those that didn't, there's just no halfway house.
Well, we still have emergency power. And for the moment, at least, the attack's been called off.
Yeah. Maybe that bomber was their last fling, huh?
I don't think so, Alan. Anyway, we're still alive. And the question is, how do we stay alive?
About the emergency power, Commander. We're running off solar batteries. On minimum requirements, they'll be exhausted within 8 days.
Main generators?
The least badly damaged will take a minimum of 4 weeks to repair.
Anti-gravity units in all areas are smashed beyond repair, too.
Most of the casualties were in the technical department.
That is not all, Commander. The food production and recycling plants have been very badly damaged. The water is heavily contaminated.
How long to repair?
9 weeks minimum, but then it would be at least 2 more months before we could begin cropping.
We shall only be within range of this planet for 4 days. Beyond that, the nearest star system will be at least 6 months too far.
I want you to put an unarmed reconnaissance eagle on a functional launch pad. Helena, you and I are going down to that planet.
No, I don't think you...
Just a minute.
I rather thought that they've been trying to tell us to keep away.
Victor, the only reason they've stopped firing is because they don't need to bother. Alpha is dead. Now, unless any of you have a better idea, the only course open to us is to go down there, meet them face to face on their own turf, and try to persuade them to talk.
You think they'll believe we're unarmed?
Who knows what they'll believe?
This is Moonbase Alpha calling on all frequencies. Please acknowledge. The ship now approaching your planet is unarmed. Our commander, Koenig, requests permission to meet and to discuss our situation with your leaders. We ask for mercy to be shown to the survivors of this base. This is Moonbase Alpha calling on all frequencies. Please acknowledge.
Casualty list has increased to 131.
The ship now approaching your planet is unarmed.
Why has all this happened to us, Professor?
Please acknowledge.
The gods using us for their sport, perhaps.
We ask for mercy to be shown to the survivors of this base.
They have the same weapons as ours, and they fight by the same book of rules.
We've got to show them that they've no need to be afraid of us.
I think they know that already. Paul, no response from the planet?
Still nothing, Commander. Maybe they're a race of deaf mutes.
Why should they talk when they can keep us guessing? Compensators at Earth gravity.
As computer predicted. And there's still no sign of enemy ships. It's beautiful.
Course correction 5 degrees green, we're veering off.
No computer malfunction.
Correction has no effect. It's strange, all systems check out fine. Hello, Alpha. Alpha, do you read me? Come in, Alpha. This is Koenig. Lost contact. I'm switching to manual. We're still moving off course. I can't correct it.
Alphas, you are under ground control. Relax and stand by for touchdown.
What do you make of it?
Wish someone would show a face. Say a word. Anything.
The lights, the colors. Maybe they're part of their language.
They spoke to us.
Hello? Is there anyone here we can talk to?
Speak, Earthman. State your case. Speak.
Why? Why did you attack us? Why? We've been transmitting messages to you ever since we've been in range. We wanted to land on this planet. You refused to answer.
When you did reply, you did so with guns, war machines, and bombers.
If there's some reason that you don't want us to stay here, some basic incompatibility, we could understand. But we're not here by choice. We cannot control the course of our moon. We're looking for a place to live. We won't use force. All we want is peace.
Answer, damn it! You asked me to state my case, all right, here it is. We came in peace. You waited till we were in range. Then you launched a surprise attack. You killed half my people, destroyed my base, and left us without the means to live.
You cannot stay here.
We cannot live on Alpha!
You have no place in space at all.
You deny us our future.
You have no future. You carry with you the seeds of your own destruction. You are a contaminating organism, a fatal virus, a plague of fear.
Your presence on this planet would destroy a civilization that has survived for billions of years.
You think we're no more than a virus?
Ever since we were blasted away from Earth, we've been fighting for survival. We have survived. Now, how, I don't know. There's no rational explanation, but what I do have is an absolute faith in the strength of the human spirit and the belief that someone or something is looking after us. God, if you like. And we will survive.
The death struggle of inferior species is very often the finest hour of their existence. But the end is, nevertheless, the end.
I refuse to believe we have no future.
Extinction may take a little time. That is all.
This equipment, whatever it is they took, it looks very fragile.
John!
Violence is not the answer.
I can't accept their judgment.
Up, man.
Hold it down.
Still no word from the commander?
No.
I think we should make a start anyway.
The launch pads 1 and 5 are operational. At least enough to get the Eagles away. If that's what we want to do.
Nothing else we can do. Exodus.
No. No.
Dr. Russell, do not be afraid.
Keep back! You will not kill us, Dr. Russell. The power of your weapon will be turned against yourself. Do not be afraid.
In our world, there can be no fear.
John. He was a victim of his own fear. You can share our power, giving substance to your wish that he should live.
Helena.
All personnel should proceed to the technical section where the Eagles are now loading. Close down of all services in the residence section will begin in 15 minutes. All equipment in maintenance 5 should be taken.
I have a contact.
It's Commander's Eagle.
Hello, Alpha. Hello, Alpha. Do you read me?
Commander, we read you.
Paul, we could live on this planet, but we'll have to fight for a foothold.
Quiet, please.
Alan?
Yes, Commander.
I want you to bring out the last of the laser-equipped Eagles. We'll rendezvous at this position, then I'll transfer to your ship.
Right, Commander.
Victor?
Yes, John.
As soon as Alan's clear, I want you to evacuate Alpha. Now, I can't guarantee what you'll find here, but at least...
It's all right, John. Everyone's prepared to take the chance.
Good.
If I'm not there to meet you, land on open ground and consolidate your position. Victor? Say goodbye to Alpha for me.
Say hello to the planet.
The last Eagle's ready for liftoff.
They're just waiting for us.
You have 3 minutes, Professor.
Thank you, Paul.
Recording now.
We are mankind. We came from planet Earth, and we built this base called Alpha to learn more about space. But human error blasted this moon out of the Earth's orbit. And so we have traveled the universe searching for a place to live. Now, we can no longer live here, and we go to face an uncertain future on the planet that has nearly destroyed us. You, whoever you are, who find this empty vessel of Alpha, come and seek us out, if we still exist. Come and teach us all you know, because we have learned many things, but most of all, we have learned that we still have much to learn. Goodbye, Alpha.
A penny for them?
Oh, just wondering if there's any future at all.
Am I a prisoner?
You are free to walk where your mind has the will to take you.
Am I free to walk out of here?
If your mind can find a way.
John Koenig has taken your ego. He has called to Alpha for reinforcements. He believes he can rescue you and win space on this planet by force.
Will he? Will he succeed?
He is very much afraid that we will stop him.
Will you?
No.
Right, Pete. Off you go.
You fly her, Alan. Head for the planet. I'll brief you as we go.
Right. Looks like the defense is fully alert, Commander.
Closing down main motors. Fire retros.
You speak of life beyond death. Yet all around is a world I see, touch, feel.
The tactile world around you now is a brain.
Unlike your human brain, this will never die. It has been developed over generations and grows with each life that is lived in it.
But why life and death if the brain is permanent?
We are not. We are but tenants of the brain for a span of 1,000 years. The people on this planet feed the brains with life.
And defend them with bombers and hawks like those of the planet Earth.
We have no fighting machines of our own. Why should we? We have no fear.
You do. You used them to destroy Alpha. Didn't you?
Mankind is full of fear. Come fearlessly into our brain and see.
Did you answer my question?
Come. Our world is in perfect balance. Differences have been resolved. Restless desires of individual flesh and communal ambition are fulfilled and accommodated. They are as spiritual impulses in this great combination of brains that is our harmonious world. We have no fear.
It's beautiful. John.
97 minutes of life. And then no oxygen. Hallucination. A slow and peaceful drift through dream to real eternity. Or just nothing. The ultimate negative. Poison and pain, and yet more pain. Until nothing. This body of peace, perhaps for some future archaeologist to fit into an historical puzzle. John Koenig from planet Earth, 9th and last commander of Moonbase Alpha.
John, come back.
He has faced death. He has conquered his fear.
I want him back as he was. I want him here. I am afraid of death. I don't want your world.
If you bring him back, he will have to face the agony of his own fear.
I want him as he was, with all his faults and fears.
He would destroy us all.
We are what we are. John!
Turned.
If you're gonna die, you might as well die on Alpha.
Seconds. 15 seconds.
It's an attack, John. Still no signal?
Nothing. 10 seconds.
We can't hold them, Commander. Alpha's wide open.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2.
Alan, hold your fire.
Commander?
That's an order.
Alien contact lost.
Alan?
Yes, Commander.
Return to base, Alan. Cancel red alert.
Bob? False alarm. Everybody relax.
John, I don't begin to understand, but does this mean we can go down to the planet?
No. We trust you will stay away because you are so primitive and unstable, so governed by emotions like fear, that you would destroy our perfect world.
The spaceships that appeared to attack you were created in your own mind by your own fears. Our only defense was to make your fears appear real.
In a moment of time, we have shown you the possible consequences of a decision we hope you will not make.
I've almost forgotten. Forgotten more. Can't remember.
I remember. A world without fear. It was very strange. Beautiful. We lost it.